All right, what's up? Today I'm going to show you why Heatshield Armor Pipe Kit is a little bit more time efficient than wrapping your exhaust. Let's go check it out. All right, we're down here at the vault. We're working on Speed Society's giveaway Corvette. They called me up, said they got a major heat problem in the back of the trunk, so we're gonna try to address that. Really what's happening is the headers are coming down and it goes literally right past the trunk into a set of turbos because it's Speed Society. They don't do anything that goes slow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna address that with some Heatshield Armor today, and I'm gonna show you how to get that done. You could address this with exhaust wrap, but I'm gonna show you a quicker and a more efficient way to do that right now. So stay tuned. All right, so the very first thing you want to do when you're using Heatshield Armor is get the length. Whether you've ordered it already or whether you're just going to cut it, you always want to get the length. We're going to use a tape on the pipe that we're going to cover and just get a quick measurement. So come on down and check it out. All right, so it's a little hard to see, but there is a sort of a junction up here, and we're going to cover the junction down. And the good news is it reads right at 2 feet, and we have a 2-foot piece that's going to go right on here. But again, you're just going to get a measurement so you get a good idea of where to trim your armor and how long you need it to be. So let's go over to the table and get busy. All right, so a couple things to note. This is exhaust wrap and this works, but for this application we're going to use Heatshield Armor. The reason is I can't get the pipes off. Number two, the Heatshield Armor, as you will see, is so much simpler. You just put it over the top, you're gonna clamp down a few wires, and that's it. Where this, you would spend a few hours wrapping, getting it right, tightening it up. I'm not saying that this is not the way to go, I'm just saying that there's an easier way to do it. All right, for the Corvette, we're gonna use the Heatshield Armor Pipe Kit. This comes pre-cut for the length and diameter. It has button head rivets and a high temperature wire to put it all together. This is all an inclusive kit. If you have to cut it, you wanna use a straight edge, obviously a measuring tape. You're gonna use a utility knife or a pair of scissors. Definitely bring some gloves and a set of eye protection. All right, so here's the Heatshield Armor. This is a biosoluble silica pad with an aluminum outside. As you can see, here's the rivets, and inside the box, this is the tire wire that comes with it. This is an Inconel wire. Once you get it wrapped around the pipe, as you can see, all you're gonna do is connect the wires on the other side. You can lace it or basically connect it, and I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. All right, so when this comes out of the box, you'll see here's the pad and you have aluminum on the outside. You're gonna push down the aluminum around the sides. This creates a seal against the metal pipe, and you don't want any of the material exposed to where oil can get it or any sort of like petroleum-based products. But basically what's gonna happen is this is gonna go over the top of the pipe, this is gonna cover it up, and then you're gonna use these pre-riveted pieces and the tie wire to hook that on and create a seal right across it. So if you need to cut this, in this case we're not going to cut it, but if you need to cut it, you want to get as close to the rivets as you possibly can. I always like to use a straight edge, and you're going to use a utility knife, and you're basically going to cut right across that. The one thing to remember is you want to trim out about 1/4 inch of the insulation and leave the aluminum so you can create that fold over that we just talked about. But again, we're not cutting it for this. We're just gonna slap it right on. And now you're gonna see how quickly and easily it goes on. All right, so I'm gonna fit this thing on here. The beauty of this being dimpled aluminum is if you sort of have to manipulate it a little bit, it's not gonna look terrible. So I'm gonna slide this down on here. It's gonna go underneath this tray, and I'm gonna try to put the tie on before I have to slide it down. And then Mike's gonna reach underneath the car and see if we can't get a pair of pliers on there and sort of twist that thing tight. But basically I'm gonna slide this down in here and get it form fitted, and then come back and we'll show you the finished product. so what you can see is we got the heat shield on the pipe, and we're just using the tie wire. We're gonna go around each of the rivets to snug it up, but that's it. There's no wrapping. You don't need to take this stuff off. Again, simple, easy. It's sort of like that new school alternative to exhaust wrap. So what we're gonna do here is to start this, make it a little bit easier. Again, just get a pair of pliers, and you're basically gonna secure this before we slide it down, because we have to sort of slide it down underneath the deck. So you may have seen me fish a wire down there. The easiest way to get it around that button head, and the reason we do it, is you can create a circle in the wire. Just with a pair of pliers, you create a circle and then you grab it, and then you basically fish the other wire through, and you're gonna pull it tight on the other rivet, and you're just gonna start lacing it up. Once you get it tight, then you can sort of wrap it around the rivet so it stays, and then you're gonna go up to the next one just like you're lacing your shoes, and that's it. All right, so that's a wrap. Literally, I finally got the blood flow back in my legs, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to use Heatshield Armor as an alternative to your exhaust wrap. We didn't have to take the pipes off. We didn't even have to put the car up in the air. Slap it on, stop 70% of radiant heat. It's a win-win for everyone. If you like that, please like, comment, and subscribe below, and we'll see you on the next one. If I came down and told Mike he had to take the pipes off again, we probably wouldn't be back invited.